Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. If you're new, my name is Gabriella. I make videos on astrology, self-care, lifestyle, style, home decor, whatever I feel like talking about. Today, I'm going to be speaking about lifestyle and diet in relation to your zodiac sign. I get questions about this all the time. I get questions about my personal diet, my lifestyle, yada, yada, yada. And diet and lifestyle is something that's so personal, so I don't speak about it on my channel very much as an authority on it because I'm not. It's so different for everyone. It's kind of like a zodiac chart where even just looking at your sun sign, I can't tell you what you should be eating. Knowing your sun sign isn't going to tell me that you have a peanut allergy. You know that. Knowing your moon sign is not going to tell me that you're lactose intolerant. You're going to know that. Knowing your Mars sign is not going to tell me that you've been struggling with your sleep in the past 2 months. So I do kind of want to give my point of view on all of this and offer some helpful advice to you if you're wanting to navigate your lifestyle and your diet based on things that are more tried and true from ancient times, things that are not just Instagram people giving you diet advice that has worked for them. All of the things I've read online and in books about zodiac, diet, and fitness, they're very much personality based. They'll be like, Cancers love home cooked meals, so warm food and cheese and pasta and bread, and as far as working out, Cancers are not super aggressive, so avoid boot camp classes and things where you're pushing yourself. So it's really more personality based overall. You can tailor lifestyle choices and diet choices more to the element, I think. I think the element is what tells you a lot about what might be going on in someone's body. Now, in my opinion, the experts on working with elements and balancing the elements in diet and lifestyle are the Hindus. They came up with Ayurveda, which is a traditional system of medicine. It looks at your lifestyle and your stress levels and all these different things that make up your health, and they look at the elements within your particular body to balance, to create a better, more sustainable and enjoyable lifestyle. Now, I'm not the expert on Ayurveda, but it is extremely interesting to me, especially as an astrologer, because I think because it deals with elements, just like astrology. I think there are a lot of parallels in reading someone's birth chart and understanding someone's Ayurvedic constitution. Ayurveda teaches that there are 3 doshas, and doshas are energetic forces of nature. They are principles that help us understand ourselves, and we all have different constitutions. We all have different levels of each dosha in our system. What Ayurveda aims to do is to put those better in balance for you so that, again, you can have a more enjoyable and sustainable lifestyle. So the 3 doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. None of these are better than the others. If you're a Vata type, you're not better than a Pitta type. But when they are out of balance for you, they can create issues. I took a quiz, and I'll speak about that a little bit later, but through Banyan Botanicals. It's a quiz that helps you understand what your constitution is and how you can better balance your doshas to feel better. If you're a big worrier, you could look at your doshas to improve that. Quality of rest, your stamina, different things like that are affected by imbalances in the doshas. And instead of astrology, how there's fire, earth, air, and water, 4 elements, there are 5 elements in Ayurveda: fire, earth, air, and water, and ether, which is like space. Each dosha is primarily made up of certain elements. Vata is an air dosha or wind, Pitta is a fire dosha, and Kapha is a water dosha. Overall, the doshas do combine 2 elements. So when you're looking at Vata, it's air and ether. When you're looking at Pitta, it's fire and water. And when you're looking at Kapha, it's water and earth. Now, what I find so interesting is, for example, Vata, that is air and ether, and the functions of Vata are movement and communication. Think about air signs, right? Geminis, Libras, Aquarians, they're great at communication, they're chatty, There are so many parallels here to astrology. If you look at Pitta, that's fire combined with water, and functions of that are digestion and transformation. So if you do yoga, you're familiar with the pranayama, the breathing techniques. There's one called Kapalbhati, which is breath of fire, and that really lights up your digestive system. And fire, according to Ayurveda, has to do with digestion, this Pitta dosha. And water is transformation. Think about especially Scorpios, a water sign. They are all about rebirth, 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 transformation. Pisces as well, they're on the end of the zodiac, and they're basically representing rebirth and restarting the zodiac cycle. That combination just makes total sense to me. When you look at Kapha, that's water and earth. Those functions are cohesiveness, structure, and lubrication. Cohesiveness and structure, earth signs, they need structure. Capricorns, they love order. Same with Virgos and Taurians. They need structure and they need things to make sense and all fit together. That's earth. And water, lubrication. In general, water lubricates. So just like the 12 zodiac signs, the 3 doshas are in everything. They are present in everything in different levels. They're present in everyone in different levels, similar to those zodiac signs. Because if you look at our chart, I'm not just a Leo. I have this here, this element here, this element here. And if you look at my chart, for example, you will understand that I'm actually dominantly earth. Leo is the only fire sign that's in my chart. I think that's fantastic, you know, to understand that there's multi-dimensionality to someone's health and what they need from their diet, their lifestyle, the amount of hours they need to sleep, their type of fitness they like to do. What I also love about Ayurveda is that through studying my own constitution, I feel understood. I feel like, oh my gosh, when I'm doing these exercise classes that push me to my limit, instead of feeling invigorated like some other people do, I feel extremely tired, I feel more irritable, and I feel like I have no stamina. And that makes me mentally beat myself up, and I don't actually sleep well when I'm pushing myself that hard. As opposed to yoga, I love yoga. I could do yoga all day, but everybody online seems to think that pushing yourself with weightlifting and running and all of this aggressive stuff that works for some people is really what fitness is about. And so when I just practice yoga, I feel guilty, I feel lazy, and I feel like maybe I'm not really healthy. So looking into my own constitution, I understand how I function, and that the reasons why I lean to the foods I lean to, the exercise I lean to, my sleeping habits, it all makes sense. The issues I deal with my skin, my digestion. I actually remember I went to an acupuncturist, and she told me that a main issue I had is that I have too much fire. She was actually from a background of Chinese medicine, but she told me I have too much fire, especially in my upper body, that I need to balance my elements. And when I took the Ayurvedic quiz on Banyan Botanical's website, my main imbalance was Pitta, which is the predominantly fire dosha. With my imbalanced Pitta, that can cause fiery reactionary emotions such as frustration, anger, jealousy, and criticism. Now, the past few years, once in a while, once every few weeks, I will have very violent dreams where I'm like punching, and I'm so rageful in my dreams. And I'm not a rageful person in real life, but I think that that's because I'm not comfortable expressing anger and rage, and that has to come out in my dreams. And there's this kind of imbalance with me and my anger and my ability to process those emotions. I'm also highly, highly, highly critical of myself, and often highly critical of others. I'm mostly the most critical of others when I'm actually feeling really critical of myself. Imbalanced Pitta is often at the root of inflammatory disorders. Also, I have digestive issues, and like I said, Pitta rules digestion. So anyway, if you're curious about that, definitely take the quiz and then look at what imbalances you see, and you can find some help to change those in your life. So I'm gonna sign into my account here and just kind of go over what I found out about myself. All right, guys, so this is the page you're gonna find when you go to the link in the description, or the one I featured on screen earlier, and you just enter your email and you can begin the quiz. So I am gonna walk you through, I'm gonna sign into my account and kind of retake the quiz and just show you a couple of the questions and how it works. So here's my profile, but at any point, if you feel like you want to retake the quiz, if you feel like things are balanced, or you know, it's a new season and you have new things you want to focus on, you can scroll to the bottom of the page and take the full quiz again. So first, it determines your constitution, which is, you know, the same your whole life, and it doesn't really deal with your imbalances. It just deals with the 3 doshas that kind of make up how you are. So you'll answer questions about your skeletal frame, skin. It's just super easy to take like this the whole time. It'll ask about how your weight tendency has been your whole life. And you kind of just continue answering these questions. Again, the part 1 is about your constitution, and part 2 is about the things that you have been experiencing in the past 2 months. So that might be anxiety, poor digestion, things that are specific to a more recent amount of time, which will calculate your actual imbalances. And then, of course, it'll give you options to help balance those back out. This is what I saw after I took the Ayurvedic quiz. I'm a Pitta Vata type. You see, those are the 2 biggest, most predominant doshas. So it's kind of like you could say, oh, my chart is fire and earth heavy, right? Right now, my imbalances are mostly Pitta. You see how much it's, instead of all being balanced on the same level, I have high Pitta and higher Vata. It recommends that I start with balancing excess Pitta. I feel like once that's balanced, the Vata and the Kapha are going to even each other out as well. They even suggest products that can help you. It's a lot of herbal supplements and different oils. So you can even click here to learn more about my constitution. There's just so much reading to be done. This is so much like a birth chart. According to Ayurveda, your constitution is established at conception, cemented at birth, and remains constant over the course of your lifetime. It influences your physiology, your physique, your likes and dislikes, your tendencies and habits, your mental and emotional character, as well as your vulnerabilities toward imbalance and disease. So according to my quiz, it tells me a little bit about what my physical characteristics might be like, my personality, intelligent, ambitious, creative, and full of new ideas. You certainly love travel and adventure, absolutely. You may find that you often overextend or overcommit yourself, which can leave you feeling stressed, anxious, or depleted, absolutely. Oh yes. Oh, and this is the realest thing I have ever read. When it comes to wealth, you probably make money rather easily, but you may find saving a bit more of a struggle due to your impulsive streak and your appreciation for luxuries. Oh my goodness. It also does talk about how if I don't eat regularly and I don't have 3 square meals a day, I can be a very irritable person, which is true. There's just so much valuable information here. And then they offer concrete ways to improve. That's through your fitness, that's through your daily routine, it's through your sleeping habits, through your diet, and of course through the supplements and oils and such that are available on the website. So here's what you see when you go to the website's homepage. You can go to create your Ayurvedic profile, and it's gonna lead you to this quiz. And then you'll put in your email and you'll begin the quiz. So the quiz asks you about all different kinds of things, from your body frame to your skin type to things that you struggle with currently, like anxiety, jealousy, insomnia, if you struggle with weight control. It even asks you about your bowel movements. It is just very, very in-depth, trying to understand things that are off with you, things that you feel could be improved. It took, I don't know, 2 minutes to take the quiz. So I know for all of you astrology lovers, anything that helps you understand yourself on that deeper level. We are so much more complex than a meal plan and fitness plan that someone on Instagram who we've never met and never spoken to about our personal problems or personal desires for improvement is telling us to do. And I just think this is so much more personal. I think it's a wonderful thing to look into if you are an astrology lover, or if you are someone who searches for alternative answers when it comes to health and self-improvement, because it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. I also think Ayurveda is wonderful, especially for those of you who are coming back from a difficult relationship with food and or exercise like me, because there's not a strong at all. There's not a strong emphasis on your physical appearance as far as looking more beautiful, looking more muscular, looking this way, looking that way. Nowhere in Ayurveda am I seeing a theme that thinness equals health, because it is recognizing that everyone has a different skeletal frame, first of all, a different way that they gain weight, or some people have difficulty losing weight, others have difficulty maintaining. There's just a recognition for all of the differences in us, and I really appreciate that. So I'm having a great time exploring Ayurveda. I've changed some of my routines. I am enjoying the supplements from Banya Botanicals, which I can speak about if you guys are interested. But I really encourage you to check out this quiz and let me know what you think. Let me know if you feel understood and if you feel like some of your issues are being acknowledged. I just think it's such an interesting system of medicine. So I hope you guys will check out the quiz. I'll link everything below. I hope you enjoy it and find some answers, or at least some new resources to help you on your health and happiness quest. And I will speak to you guys soon. Love you. Mwah. Bye, guys.